Hello, today we'll be discussing expanding brackets, especially when we have algebraic terms in them. Um, let's start with numbers. Here you have 2 times bracket 3 plus 5. If we go by the order of operation, we know that we need to add 3 and 5 first to become 8, and then times 2 by that 8. So altogether you get 16. So bracket first and then times. But also there is another way of doing that, and that is using the distributive property. The distributive property tells us that we can times 2 individually by each term inside the bracket and then add them using this because we have an addition here. So 2 times 3 and 2 times 5, and there is an addition between them. So you're going to have 2 times 3 plus 2 times 5, and you get the same answer. That is the distributive property. We can do the same with expanding something like 2 bracket p plus 3 bracket close. Remember that between 2 and this bracket there is a times, even if we haven't written it. So there is always a time. So this means 2 times bracket p plus 3 close bracket. Now, if you use the distributive property, you're going to times 2 by p, and you're going to times 2 by 3. And 2 times p is just going to be 2p, and 2 times 3 is going to be 6. So the answer is going to be 2p plus 6. So 2 times p, 2p, then you have plus here, goes here, plus. Then 2 times 3 is 6. What if you had a minus in the bracket? So here you have 4 times bracket q minus 5 close bracket. How do we do that? Again, the rule is the same. You times 4 by q and you times 4 by 5. The only difference is you have a minus between them. So that's going to be 4q, then minus 20, because 4 times 5 is 20. Here we've shown it in graphical way. So 4 times q is 4q minus 4 times 5 is 24q minus 20. It doesn't matter if the number outside the bracket is negative or positive, you're going to follow the same rules. Here we have minus 2. So minus 2 is going to be times by p, and minus 2 is going to be times by 6, and there is a plus between them. So minus 2 times p, minus 2 times p, and minus 2 times 6, and there is a plus between them. This plus is the same as this. Alright, then minus 2 times p, a negative times positive is a negative answer. So you get minus 2p. And the plus, that's the plus, then again negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. So we end up with minus 2p plus minus 12. But remember, plus minus means just minus. So you can drop the plus and just keep the minus. So your final answer is going to be minus 2p minus 12, because we can drop this plus. When you got plus, then minus, it is just minus, like this. Alright, what if I had something like this? Minus 5, bracket, 9 minus u, close bracket. Again, the same thing, you times minus 5 by 9, minus 5 by 9, and you times minus 5 by u, minus 5 by u, and there is a minus. This minus is here. So minus 5 times 9, minus 5 times u, and then this minus, which is this minus. All right, again, minus 5 times 9, we have a negative times positive. It's going to be negative, so negative 45. Because 5 times 9 is 45. Then 5 times u is 5u, and you have minus 5u, because minus, again, negative 5 times u is negative 5u. Negative times positive is negative. And you have another minus here, which was already there. Again, here, we got to remember that when you got minus, minus, that means plus. So these two minus together means plus. So the final answer becomes minus 45 plus 5u, because two minuses next to each other like that means plus. Let's look at another example. 4 bracket 2w plus 3 close bracket. So again, 4 is going to be times by 2w, and 4 is going to be times by 3, and then you're going to have plus here. Okay, so exactly the same way we did before. The only difference here, I don't have just a pronumeral on itself. I've got also a coefficient. It doesn't matter. You times 4 by this as a whole, and then 4 by 3, and then you add them. Now we know how to times terms together. 4 times 2 becomes 8. So this becomes 8w, then plus 4 times 3 is 12. So 8w plus 12. In this example, we have to expand, and then we also have another term here, which we need to deal with that. So first, let's expand this. 2 times 5q, then minus 2 times 7. So 2 times 5q is going to be, again, 10q. Then minus, this minus is here. Then 2 times 7 is 14. So this is up to here is the expansion of our bracket. Then you got plus 8q. So plus 8q. Now, here you have two like terms, 10q and 8q. You can add them up. 10 and 8 is 18. So altogether becomes 18q. Remember, both of them have got q. This term and this term. Both have got q. We can add them. They are like terms. 10q plus 8q is 18q. Then minus 14. And that is our final answer. Thank you for your attention.